What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses, Green Thumb Edition. Yes, and even heard somebody say pallet series, which I love that idea because this video is all about pallets. Real quick, very simple, should be very easy for you because I'm going to show you how to make it easy for yourself. Now, this one is all about how to join pallets together. Now, people have been talking about, oh, you did your pallet deck and, you skipped this step, and how did you join the deck together, which here's my lovely deck, still standing strong, still a pillar and beacon of my front yard as the rest of it is coming together. And they're like, how do you put it together and how you keep it together? Like, how do you get it to stay together? Valuable question, which I really understand. Remember, that one was only 4 pallets, actually, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 is what made up that pallet deck. And even in like my backyard, I have a pallet deck that now has like 8 pallets that are all connected in a way to form the deck that I have in the backyard. So again, this one is all about how do you connect it. Well, I'm gonna show you 2 ways, because I don't know your wood, I don't know what you have, I don't know what you have readily available to you, but I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to make it happen. All right, so the first way is all about keeping the pallets working for themselves. Now, like I say in all of my pallet videos, when I take away pallets and I do different pallet videos and we do cuts and things like that with the saw, I always say don't throw away stray pieces of pallets, okay? Like stray pallet boards, don't throw them away. You never know when you could use them or when you may need them, okay? So this is one way in which you this is one way that you can connect the boards together by way of pallet boards, okay? And then the second way that I have done so are by 2x4s. So you cut the 2x4s in the length in which is necessary for connecting the boards together, which I'm gonna show you how to go about doing so. In a simple matter, by way of like 2 boards, and I'll just show you the long way because I don't know the direction in which your boards are sitting, and I'll show you also the wide way. And actually, the both ways are necessary when you have boards or pallets 4 or more because you want to join them in the center, by this method, okay? So let me show you how to make it happen, all right? Wow, before I show you how to connect it, I have to show you what I connect with. And one of the ways I use these deck screws, these are 2.5-inch deck screws that I use. And I use these when I use pallet boards to connect the pallets together. And then I use the 3-inch screws, same exterior deck screws, when I use 2x4s. So of course it's a little bit thicker than the pallet board themselves. So of course you need more distance and you need more length to get through one board to get to the pallets, okay? So let me go ahead and show you how I connect the boards to the pallets by way of these screws. All right, so I have to be like the model and show you how to do it with your deck. But again, if you're using the pallet board, which I recommend using if you have, it's okay. These pallets are actually very sturdy, very heavy, and actually when you add the boards, the future, more boards on top, it's gonna make it that much more heavier. So you really don't have to worry about it moving too much, but if you wanna keep everything together, this is the way. So you take your board and you just attach the boards like that. So when you have your pallets, you have this big old box, which, when you're taking a pallet apart, it's always like, what do you do with the box? Well, sometimes you throw it away. Most often you keep it. That is right. You keep it because you never know what you'll use it for. But in this case, we will use it to drill the pallet board into this pallet, connecting this one. And then I chose a different pallet on purpose, okay? So usually, I use pallets looking like this, but sometimes not all pallets have this square, okay? So what you can do is either take the square and put it in the bottom to fit it in there, by way of a hammer, put it in there, and you can screw the square here, screw it in there so you'll have the square situation here. But for those who may not have it, so I understand everybody doesn't have just random blocks of pallet squares around, so there's a piece right here. Every pallet has a little board that keeps everything together on the side. You just take your pallet board and just drill it into that. So you have a screw there, and this will keep this pallet together from this direction, okay? Now keep in mind, this is the long way, okay? So you will get a different look from the width way, okay? This is the length way, the width way, okay? So this may not make sense to you if you're not looking at a pallet or working with a pallet, but if you have a pallet, you know what I'm talking about as far as the length way being different from the width way. So let's look at it from the width way. All right, let's do it. This is the width way, okay? So the boards are stretched out with width, okay? So you take 2x4, I'll start with the 2x4, and you just connect it like that, right? So you have it connected this way, and then I have my 3-inch screw, which goes screw right here, boards are connected. It's just that simple. Screw right here, boards are connected. Hey, how's it going? Wonderful. Thank you so much for our daughter's gift. We appreciate it. She was so happy. She was looking for you. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Yes, yes. It was perfect. She was ready to buy something too. Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. God bless you. Always good to have great neighbors, man. Hey, great people. Remember to say thank you to people. Like, it was just a moment. I remember just to say thank you. You never know the benefits of just being nice to people, to being kind to people. Again, she didn't have to do what she did. She gave my daughter a gift for her birthday, which, you know, her and my daughter really don't interact that much, but we interact enough saying thank you and speaking and things like that. And that just goes to show you, like, there are great people in this world, and it starts with you. You being great, and you'll meet other great people. And that's just how that works, you know? So, just want to share that. All right, let's get back to the video. Woo! You never know. So you take your 2x4, boom. Okay, so remember, you have your block. And then this one actually has a little piece that you can connect it to. So, take it, line it up. Take your 3-inch screw, boom, 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 screw here, boom, pallet is connected. That's the 2x4. If you're using your pallet board, do the same thing. Pallet board is a little bit thinner, so you just connect it there like so, and then you take your 2.5-inch screw, screw it in, pallet is connected, okay? Boom. So essentially, what does that look like? That looks like, you know, when you're connecting boards, like, you know, the 4 corners. Ideally, that is what you connect. The 4 corners together, or if you don't have 4 corners that you're connecting, you would just have a span of wood going the length of the 2 boards, which I'm assuming which you are trying to connect, and you just screw at the square points, okay? Remember the square points, the square blocks. You screw at those points and you'll be good to go. That part is very sturdy. It's actually the part in which the top boards are actually screwed into, so you know it will keep the board there, okay? And so if you have the, again, the 4 parts, or if you even expand it beyond the 4 to your 8s and to your 6s and things like that of pallets, you know, connecting all together, you just cut it, you know, and you hit where the 4 points put together. So if it's like this way, which is the width way, okay, I don't know how else to say it, but the width way, you would just cut a board, either 2x4 or pallet board, to 13 inches. 13 inches is sufficient to meet both sides of the pallet and be able to screw in sufficiently. And then the length way, you want it to be about 10 inches, okay? And this will make sense when you're putting this together. You can't all have them 13 inches, or else it's going to intrude upon each other and not have it securely in place. But if you cut it lengthwise 10 inches, widthwise 13 inches, you will have the distance that you need to properly secure your pallets together to make a sufficient pallet deck or pallet walkway or whatever pallet type instrument, apparatus, or furniture thing that you are putting together. So that is what it takes, okay? Keep your pallet boards, 2x4s if you have them, 2.5-inch deck screws or 3-inch deck screws will be sufficient to get the job done and having you a deck of your wishes, dreams, and heart's desire, okay? I'm just letting you know that's what you can do, okay? So that is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that was very helpful. If not, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will answer the questions that you have or show you what is necessary for for your success, okay? So you can have a beautiful deck like mine in the front, or a wonderful luxurious deck in the back, which I am looking to paint gold. Yeah, I haven't shared that with anybody. I don't think, maybe like 3 people I shared that with, but I haven't shared it with you. But I'm sharing it with my family even before it takes place, and you know I will show you a video of what that is like and how that looks, because that's what we do. You know, we share, we do, and we share. We share and we do. But anyway, I love y'all beautiful people. I hope this video wasn't too long, but I hope it was informative and helpful to get your job and tasks done as you all have asked me to show you. Here it is. This is what we do, you know. We post videos, we interact, we talk, and we have fun in between time. So, hope y'all have a wonderful and beautiful day, whatever day this video finds you. And until next time, we will see you all. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I don't know what you're waiting on, but go ahead and subscribe, because you want to be a part of everything that's going on with this family, with this channel, and turn that red subscribe button into a gray subscribe button, okay? Make that subscribe thing be of the past by clicking it, subscribing, and joining the family. Which family? Don't Keep Up the Jones family, Green Thumb family, Pallet series, which is what we are doing. All right, until next time, peace.